What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Xman Co. Today we're making a special dish all the way from Germany. It's called Schichtfleisch. Now Schichtfleisch is basically direct translation layered meat. It's going to be beautiful and you're going to love it. Without further ado, let me introduce you guys to all our ingredients here today. Over here we got a chicken marinade sauce. It's our sweety element to this dish. Remember, we're working with pork and you do need that sweetness. We've got some barbecue spice. Your favorite barbecue spice will do. Over here we've got some bacon, back bacon. You can use rindless bacon, whatever works for you. At least 2 kilograms of onions and 2 to 3 kilograms of pork. We're using pork leg. You could use shoulder or whatever other portion of the pork works best for you. With that said, let's get on with this cook. So first of all, what you want to do is make sure your meat is nicely patted down, just to get rid of that extra moisture. As you can see, we've got this hard skin over here on our pork leg. We're going to remove that part, as that's not going to be fun if that ends up in your dish. Remember, this is almost going to be like a pulled pork type of dish, so therefore this is not going to be fun to have that around. You also want to remove your bone, so we just cut it close to the bone, and then it's time to cut them in slices. Right guys, as you can see, we've just got a big chunk of meat here. What you want to do now is cut it into layers, 1 centimeters apart. We're going to cut this meat in the middle to make it easier to handle. Your slices you want to cut about 1 centimeter at the most. There you go. If it's slightly uneven, don't worry too much about that. We've got 2 pork legs here, so what we do to the one, we're going to do to the other. I'll see you guys once it's done. Now that all our meat is cut into slices, it's time to move on to the next step. The next step for us is to cut all our onions. We've got white onions here today. We're going to cut them in about 1 centimeter thickness. You want to keep them in slices, as we're going to put this in between our layered meat. It's going to be beautiful. Hang around. Once you've done all the onions, they're nicely cut in slices, then it's time to move on to the next step. We're going to use a 10-inch Dutch oven here today. We're going to do everything in there. So let's prep that pot so we can get it on the fire. So we want to start off with the bacon. Basically, the bacon's going to look after the meat to make sure it doesn't get burnt. That's the theory behind it. And guys, bacon is always definitely a plus when it comes to pork. Okay? Now that the bacon is laid at the bottom, one thing we should not forget is spice the meat. So we're going to use favorite barbecue spice. And guys, you can be liberal. Just get it in there. You're just going to mix it. There you go. At the end of the day, this is going to add to the flavor. So we want to make sure that we don't skip this. Right, now it's time to layer our meat. Basically, you're going to start with a piece of meat. Nicely lay it. Then an onion. Next piece of meat. And you're just going to carry on like that, guys. How much onion you put in there, it's entirely up to you. You can see that we are not shy. On a 10-inch Dutch oven, you should be using around about 2 kilos of meat. Sometimes it goes a little bit more depending on the height. You guys can see I'm choosing the meat that I want to use here because I can see I've got more than what we need. So I've got the opportunity to decide which pieces I want to put in here. We want to get as much meat in here as we can. So we're going to try and end with meat as well. So the last piece, we're just going to put some meat in there just to make sure it's nicely stuck in there. There you go. Now that, guys, that's Schichtfleisch. Proper German layered meat. Now to top it off, there's a few more steps. We're just going to add a little bit more seasoning. You don't have to, but we love extra seasoning. So there you go. Same spice what we used before. So remember our sweet element, chicken marinade sauce basically. We're going to use a whole bottle. You're just going to throw it over this beautiful dish here. Definitely going to add to the flavor. Then guys, to protect the meat, once again, some bacon. We're going to put the rest of the bacon on here. We love bacon. Bacon is flavor, and it's definitely going to complement this dish. You can see this pot's almost overflowing. It should subside and just go in between all the meat. Guys, there you have it. Schichtfleisch in the making. We're on our way to a beautiful dish. Let's close it up and get it on the fire. On the fire, we're aiming to do 3 to 4 hours. Check you guys in a bit. We're using a 3/2 under cooking method today with the coals. I'll leave a video for you guys somewhere in the screen to go check out. It's a potjie that we made. I explain and go much deeper into how that works. We're looking for internal temp of about 190 degrees cooking temperature, and at this stage the way we've set up this Dutch oven, we're going to look at about 3 to 4 hours. We'll check back on it at about halfway mark, and then we'll see what it looks like. See you guys in a bit. Right guys, it's been 3 hours, so at this stage we just want to have a quick look at what it looks like. As you can see, the bacon has looked after the meat. Like I said to you guys, we want to make sure that the meat doesn't burn, and that's the main job of the bacon, besides the fact that it's really going to add to this dish. Right, so we'll check in about 1 hour, and then this dish should be ready. Guys, it's been 4 hours, it's been a while. We've been waiting quite a bit for this beautiful dish here, but I think it's going to be amazing. There's some juices on the side. What we want to do now is make sure that we mix all of these ingredients together. So let's do that. Hopefully, it's nice and tender. Right, as you can see, over here, the bacon is looked after the meat. So let's start to open up that. There you go, look at that guys, look there. Let's mix all of this up. Look how it just pulls away. Isn't that like pulled pork, eh? I can tell you one thing, there's enough juices in here. Once you've mixed it up, that's just a perfect consistency. You can go tacos, you can go rotis, wrap. Guys, this is pulled pork. You can do just about anything. But before I go anywhere, or we talk any further, let's go and taste this bad boy. So we're going to use a roll here today. Look at all those juices. Look there, this onion. The beauty is you see this bacon here, it's nice and crispy. If you grab some of that bacon that was on top, you're going to love it. There's some onions, there's enough sauce here. Look at that, it's just fantastic. So let's fill these bad boys up and then have a taste. Have a look there. It's time to taste this bad boy. Cheers, boys and girls. Oh yeah. Wow. It's sweet. It's pork. It's amazing. Wow, wow, wow. You guys should try this out. Guys, you know the story. If you like what you're doing, like, share, subscribe. Enable those notifications so you get notified as soon as we upload new video. Thanks for watching. We cannot do it without you. We'll see you on the next one. This is beautiful.